Brace yourselves. The stakes have never been higher. In the heart of the British Parliament, a fiery debate unfolds, one that could shape the future of global security. On one side, the leader of the opposition, Kemi Badenoch, demanding answers. On the other, Prime Minister Keir Starmer navigating the treacherous waters of international diplomacy. The question on everyone's mind, will Britain be dragged into war, and can the UK secure the support of its greatest ally, the United States, to ensure peace in Ukraine? This is not just politics, this is a battle for stability, for security, and for the future of Europe. Let's dive into the heat of the debate.
All of us in this House know that the British Armed Forces are a huge source of pride to our country. They put themselves in harm's way to defend our values. As the opposition, we support efforts to resolve this conflict, but we cannot write a blank check. If British peacekeeping troops in Ukraine were attacked, whether directly or via proxies, we could be drawn into conflict with Russia. Can the Prime Minister reassure all those who are concerned about the UK being drawn into war?
Minister.
Yes, that's the last thing anybody wants to see. And the whole point of ensuring that there's a lasting peace and that any deal, if there's a deal, is defended, is to avoid conflict, to ensure that we do have peace. The way to ensure we have peace is to ensure there are guarantees for any deal that is in place, because the surest risk that there will be conflict is if Putin thinks that he can breach any deal that may be arrived at.
The Prime Minister is quite right, and we on this side of the House agree with him. The objective for his visit to Washington was to get that US security guarantee for Ukraine, and I commend his efforts in this very difficult task. But nonetheless, on Monday, the United States withdrew military aid for Ukraine. Can he update the House on the steps he is taking to persuade America that it is also in their national interest to provide a security guarantee?
Prime Minister.
I'm pleased to inform the House that on Thursday of last week we did discuss security guarantees. The President made absolutely clear his commitment to Article 5 of NATO, absolutely clear that he would have our backs because of the relationship between our parties, and agreed that our teams would sit down together to talk through security guarantees. I've spoken to him, I think, 3 times since then on the telephone, because it is vitally important that we work with the US, with Europe and Ukraine and make sure that if there is a deal, it has proper security guarantees in place.
Kemi Badenoch.
Mr. Speaker, I know the Prime Minister is not able to comment on specific intelligence matters, and I'm certainly not asking him to do that. However, there are concerning reports that the United States has instructed Britain to suspend intelligence sharing with Ukraine, and other reports that Five Eyes itself may be at risk. We need to make sure America does not disengage. There are some in this House who argue Europe should go it alone. But does he agree with me that without this country's greatest ally, any peace agreement would place a terrible burden on Britain and our taxpayers?
Prime Minister.
Well, I do agree with her wholeheartedly, and that's why in the debate we had just 2 days ago, I've always been clear that we need to ensure that the US, the UK, Europe and Ukraine are working together, but we must not choose between the US and Europe. We never have historically, and we're not going to do so now.
And there you have it, a clash of visions, a test of alliances, and a fight for peace. The UK stands at a crossroads, balancing its role as a global leader with the need to protect its people. Will America stand by its side? Can Europe unite to face the challenges ahead? One thing is clear, the decisions made today will echo for generations. This is more than politics, it's about survival, sovereignty, and the pursuit of peace. What side of history will we stand on? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gripping insights into the world of politics and power. The world is watching, and so should you.